Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. In this video, we'll be covering Ethereum. Now, as we look into our daily time frames, we're going to work our way from the daily to the 4-hour and potentially the 1 hour as well. Now, one thing we do see is that we are in a big uptrend. I'm actually going to hop onto the weekly quickly. We are uptrending based on the weekly. Well, not entirely actually, now that I look at it. It is a double bottom here, so that's just a retracement. So potentially this move that we're advancing right now could just simply be a retracement of this previous decline. So we want to pay attention to that. But towards the upside, we have that confluence of the weekly stochastics as well, that we need another daily closure, or sorry, weekly 3-day more closures in order to confirm that as a level, as a cross up. Our RSI is still below the 50 moving average. So again, this could just be a retracement of this previous decline, right? So we are not completely in the clear as to shooting to the all-time highs yet, or even or even beyond there. But as of right now, it does look a bit more bullish because we got that 10 white exponential moving average above that 55 yellow. Okay. Now, one thing I could see is that if we do treat this as a trend, if we go to the daily time frame, right? Now, if I cover the EMAs for now and just look at the price action in general, we do see a potential low, a high, higher low, higher high, and potentially a higher low to be set in again. So with that being said, I could set up something like this with the Fibonacci extension, assuming this is a wave 1, retracement 2, and then the third wave up, right? Now it is perfect. We did from the bottom of the 1 to the top of the 1 to the bottom of the 2. We see that we hit that target perfectly, which is at the 1. Okay, so at the Fibonacci extension of 1 is typically where that wave 3 will advance to, and so far we are seeing resistance there and a rejection so far, but it doesn't mean that we're going to just start sinking. But if we do decline, I would be looking for a retracement from the previous rise. I would look for a higher retracement, as in not too deep, because this second wave already declined so deeply from the previous one. So I could be looking for just a decline to the 0.236 or even below to the 382. Now this one is a nice shot here because it is in confluence with that daily R1 and previous levels as well. I believe it's the daily level 2, no, just the daily R1. So we could see that decline to this level before bouncing out. Now if we pull out our EMAs, it also lines up with a 10 moving average, so that could be a retest of it. But do keep in mind that our month is almost ending, so we could have a change of this pivot to indicate something else. Okay, so now aside from that, EMAs are crossing towards the upside, which is very nice. We want to see, to be clear towards the upside, is obviously something like this lineup right here. The blue, red, yellow, and then white. Right now it's just a little mumble jumble. The yellow still needs to be above that red EMA. The reason I want it in that order is because that is a bullish order where the longer moving averages are on the bottom and then the shorter ones are at the top. Now one thing we are looking for is to pay attention to the momentum. Right now it is pretty deep in the overbought territories, and that could just mean bullish strength. But again, we want to be careful as to whether we do cross back down or see a reaction of it, right? Again, like the previous video, we were above the overbought territory around here, and even if we crossed, we still had a significant rise. So the same thing can happen right now. So as of right now, I'm just taking this as just bullish momentum in general. Same goes for the RSI, and being above that 50 moving average is a bull sign as well, right? Now, as of right now, this could be a retracement, which I'm going to quickly look at the 4-hour time frame to see what is going on. Now, in the last video, I did say that it was potentially a head and shoulders pattern. It's more clear on the hourly. And at that time, we were around here, so we didn't have all this price action here. So it was really just the right shoulder, head, and then the left shoulder here. But it is clear that we did not get a closure below the neckline, so we didn't play it as a reversal until it does happen, which it did not yet. So in the end, it just started rising and kind of just invalidated this play here. And instead, it kind of formed either a sideways channel or even just a symmetrical triangle. There are a few wicks that are surpassing it, but if you just look at the triangle, it seems to be bouncing off the bottom numerous times and the top as well. So this could be a symmetrical triangle, and typically it does break towards the upside, but looking at the momentum in the market might be a little bit weaker. If we do break towards the downside, which is possible right now, we're watching that right now, we could be aiming for the lower levels. Okay, and this is the original level we were looking at. I believe it's a daily level, was it? Yeah, the daily R1. So we're looking for that daily R1 if we do take a break out of here. And if we do break, I would look for a retest before coming back down slowly. But the thing about this is that even because it's a triangle, you want to play it as a triangle. So if you're at the bottom, you'll be playing longs here to the top, kind of like here and here. You don't just anticipate the break. You play the triangle the way it is until it actually completes a full closure break. Then you can exit your position and flip sides. Right, so this is just a target for the downside, but again, if we do break eventually, assuming we break around here, then we do see a potential target of that hourly R3. But as of right now, it does seem a little bit weaker. So we are watching to see how it reacts to this level, right? And again, we're going to play it depending on how it goes. And this is not financial advice or anything like that. So this is just education and just to have fun, right? So take the information the way you want to do, and all the actions are your own, right? Now going back to the 4-hour time frame, what I want to do is pull out these historical ones as well. Again, we are doing very positive with these pivot points. It's been what, 3 weeks now? 3 weeks of positive uptrending, which is a bull sign, a positive bull sign when each pivot, the green P, is rising upwards higher than the previous one, right? So that's holding up so far. The price action is generally above this pivot, which is also a bullish sign. Even if we have that retracement here, if we maintain this level here, we are still strong towards the upside. Now, to add confluence to this breaking downwards is the declining momentum, right? We did get that cross below the 80, and it's falling down to the upper neutral territory. So it's away from that bullish territory now. So it's kind of like neutral within the 60 to 50. So that's like the upper neutral area. And so we could potentially see more of an expansion towards the downside. Similar idea with the RSI. It's been under the 50 moving average for quite some time and is still moving towards the downside. So the momentum adds confluence to that decline. And just looking at the price action, right, you've got a high, a low maybe here, lower high. And if this closes here, then we got a lower low and therefore a downtrend on the 4-hour, or even just a retracement for the daily. So we can see that retracement coming back down, even towards a 55 moving average, and hopefully towards that daily R1, right? So we're still targeting that level as a retracement, right at 236. Okay, so if we do break towards the downside, I'm targeting around $3,200, right? And if we go to the upside, I'm aiming for the daily, the HR3 of 3,600. And again, ultimately our target is that $3,800 based on that the double bottom, that triangle that we discussed about, right? So let's see. No, that looks about right. Yeah, the triangle here, and see how we're going to react to that. Yeah, and that's it for this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you enjoyed it. And please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one, and come back to see how our plays have turned out. Anyways, cheers.